Alex stared at the notice on the colony board, blinking as if the words might rearrange themselves into something more favorable. He had been hoping for a quiet season of union, a time to relax and enjoy the festivities with humans he knew, but the assignment staring back at him shattered that hope. Roommate, Zyra species Luminara, it read in bold letters. He sighed. Luminara. They were beautiful, shimmering beings whose skin glowed softly in the dark, communicating with intricate patterns of light. Humans found them fascinating, but to Alex, the idea of living with one sounded complicated. He dragged his bag through the metallic hallways of the colony dorms, mentally preparing for what he feared would be weeks of confusion and chaos. When he reached the door labeled 14B, he paused, bracing himself. A sudden burst of light from inside the room nearly blinded him. "Hello," a voice said, smooth and melodic, almost musical. Alex squinted and saw Zyra standing in the center of the room. Her skin glowed like a soft lantern, shifting colors as she tilted her head. Hi," Alex said awkwardly. "I'm Alex, I guess." Zyra's eyes sparkled with amusement. "I am Zyra. I have been assigned as your roommate. I hope our cohabitation will be efficient." Alex raised an eyebrow. "Efficient, huh? Well, sure." He stepped inside, taking in the tiny room. One bed had already been claimed, Alex assumed by Zyra, and the other was neatly made, his bag waiting to be unpacked. The walls were plain, but the light from Zyra's body made the space feel alive. As he set down his bag, he couldn't help but notice Zyra observing him intently, her glowing patterns shifting rapidly. It was almost like she was trying to read his thoughts. "Do you always stare like that?" Alex asked nervously. Zyra paused, a gentle glow pulsing through her skin. "It is how I process social cues. Humans find it unusual," Alex swallowed. "You could say that." The first few hours were awkward, with Zyra asking questions about the most mundane human habits. "Why do you need to sleep in darkness?" she asked, tilting her head. "Why do you wear these garments instead of your natural form?" Alex shrugged, attempting to explain. "We like comfort, privacy, and clothes, they keep us warm." Zyra's glow flickered in what Alex assumed was curiosity. "Interesting. I shall try to understand these customs." By midday, Alex was starting to feel the strain of trying to communicate with a being whose way of thinking was entirely different from his own. He had just settled down to eat a simple meal when the colony alarm blared. Red lights flashed across the hallways and a robotic voice echoed. "Central communication hub malfunction detected. Festival preparations may be compromised." Alex jumped to his feet. "The hub? That's everything. The festival, the whole season of Union depends on it." Zyra's glow intensified, pulsing rapidly. "I detect the problem. We must act immediately. Your humans are inefficient in this scenario." Alex blinked. "Inefficient? That's harsh, but we don't really have a choice, do we?" Together, they raced through the corridors toward the central hub. Zyra's glow brightened, illuminating the way, while Alex fumbled with the access codes the hub required. Once inside, Alex could see why panic had spread. Wires sparkled erratically, panels displayed confusing errors, and the main screen blinked an ominous red. "Your species relies too much on linear processes," Zyra observed, moving with surprising grace. She extended her hands and beams of light touched various panels. The lights danced along the wires and suddenly the system responded differently. Screens flickered and error messages began to disappear. Alex watched, mouth open. You just fixed it." Zyra's glow dimmed to a soft blue. "I did not fix, I optimized. Human logic combined with my processing patterns results in efficiency." As the alarm ceased, Alex realized the gravity of the moment. The festival could continue thanks to this alien roommate he hadn't wanted. Yet, as they stepped out of the hub, he noticed something odd. Zyra's glow had shifted, a strange pattern forming along her arms. It was like she was sending a message to someone or something outside the colony. "Zyra, what was that?" Alex asked, hesitant. Zyra's head tilted slightly. Observation and communication. Nothing for humans to worry about, Alex frowned. Right, nothing to worry about. But unease settled in his stomach. The rest of the day was a whirlwind. Preparations for the festival were in full swing. Humans were decorating, aliens were practicing dances, and robots assisted wherever needed. Alex found himself working side by side with Zyra, who seemed to understand each task intuitively. She adjusted decorations for maximum visibility, optimized food distribution schedules, and even coordinated performers in ways Alex couldn't have imagined. By evening, the colony hall glittered with lights, banners, and holographic projections celebrating the season of union. Humans mingled with aliens, laughter and music filling the air. Alex finally allowed himself to relax a little, enjoying the moment. But just as he began to think the day had passed without incident, a loud crash echoed from the main stage. A massive holographic display had malfunctioned, threatening to ruin the opening ceremony. People gasped, stepping back in alarm. Zyra reacted immediately. "Alex, assist me." Alex ran to her side, and together they approached the stage. Zyra's hands emitted focused beams of light that interfaced with the holographic system. Alex guided her, pressing buttons and following her cues. Within moments, the display stabilized, projecting dazzling lights and images that left the crowd cheering. Alex's heart pounded. "That was incredible." Zyra's glow softened. "Humans are more resourceful under pressure than I anticipated." Alex laughed nervously. "Well, I'm full of surprises." For the first time, he felt a spark of camaraderie with Zyra. Maybe having her as a roommate wouldn't be so terrible after all. As the festival continued, Alex noticed subtle hints of more than just technical skill in Zyra. She seemed to anticipate problems before they occurred, guiding others quietly and efficiently. He realized that Zyra wasn't just talented, she was extraordinary. Later that night, after the initial festival events had ended, Alex returned to their room, exhausted but exhilarated. Zyra was already there, her glow dimmed to a calm, steady light. "Did humans always enjoy chaos this much?" Zyra asked curiously. Alex chuckled. "Depends on the chaos. Some is fun, some is terrifying." Zyra tilted her head. "You handled today admirably. Your species shows great potential." Alex raised an eyebrow. "Potential for what?" Zyra paused, her glow forming a series of intricate patterns. "To adapt, to overcome, to lead when unexpected circumstances arise." Alex swallowed. "You mean like you're training me or something?" Zyra's glow shifted, softer this time. "Not training, observing. Preparing for challenges ahead. Season of union is only the beginning." Alex felt a shiver run down his spine. Something was coming, something bigger than a festival or a technical malfunction. He didn't know what, but with Zyra at his side, he felt a strange mix of fear and anticipation. As he lay in bed, the room bathed in Zyra's gentle light, Alex couldn't help but wonder what the next day would bring. The season of union was meant to celebrate cooperation, but it had already revealed one undeniable truth. Humans were stronger, more adaptable, and more surprising than anyone, human or alien, had imagined. And with Zyra as his roommate, Alex realized he was about to discover just how far that strength could reach. Outside, the colony slept under the soft glow of distant stars, unaware of the subtle patterns of light communicating across the horizon. Alex's eyes closed, but his mind raced, wondering what secrets Zyra held, what challenges awaited, and how a simple assignment had turned into an adventure unlike anything he could have predicted. The night was quiet, yet charged with anticipation. The season of union had begun, and Alex knew that nothing would ever be quite the same again. The morning sun crept across the metallic spires of the colony, reflecting off the crystal-like surfaces and painting the hallways with streaks of gold and silver. Alex rubbed his eyes, trying to shake off the remnants of sleep. Last night's events kept replaying in his mind. Zyra's glow, the communication patterns, and the way she had anticipated every problem before it even happened. He still didn't fully understand her abilities, but one thing was clear. The season of Union was no longer just a festival, it was becoming a test. As he entered the main hall, the preparations for the day's events were already in full swing. Humans and aliens worked side by side, decorating, cooking, and coordinating. The energy was infectious, and for a moment Alex allowed himself to feel normal. That calm, however, was short-lived. "Alex, over here," Zyra called, her glow pulsing urgently. She stood near a massive holographic map, pointing at a series of anomalies appearing on the colony's sensor network. "What is it?" Alex asked, rushing over. "The anomalies indicate interference," Zyra explained. "Someone or something is manipulating systems across the colony. It is subtle but persistent. If left unchecked, it could disrupt the festival entirely." Alex frowned. "You mean sabotage, perhaps, or a test? Either way, humans must act." Zyra's glow shifted, signaling urgency. "We must combine human reasoning with my predictive abilities to prevent disruption." Together, they moved through the colony, tracing the interference. Alex was amazed at how Zyra could process complex data in real time, her glowing patterns creating a visual map of probabilities and outcomes. Humans around them struggled to understand what was happening, but Alex followed her instructions, trusting her instincts even when they seemed illogical. The interference led them to one of the outer sectors, a place where alien and human living quarters intertwined. As they approached, Alex noticed subtle signs of manipulation, small panels slightly misaligned, minor delays in robotic assistance, and even tiny distortions in the holographic projectors. Zyra paused, her glow flaring brightly. "This location is a hub," she said. "The source of interference is nearby. Prepare yourself." Alex nodded, trying to steady his nerves. The thought of facing a real threat was intimidating, but he also felt a strange excitement. This was beyond a simple festival. It was an opportunity to prove human ingenuity. As they entered a small, hidden chamber, they found the source, a compact device emitting a low hum, wires stretching in all directions, feeding into the colony's systems. Alex stared. "How does something this small cause so much trouble?" Zyra tilted her head, light flickering. "Efficiency is often underestimated. The device tests adaptability. It evaluates how species respond to unexpected challenges." Alex's jaw dropped. "So, it's not sabotage, it's a test." "Perhaps, but it is a test with real consequences." Failure is visible to all participants of the season of Union. Humans will be judged by others if they do not respond effectively. Alex took a deep breath. "All right, let's do this." Working together, they devised a plan. Alex suggested rerouting power to isolate the device, while Zyra used her ability to interface directly with the colony's systems, predicting the device's next moves. Their teamwork was seamless. Alex's human intuition complemented Zyra's advanced processing, creating solutions neither could have achieved alone. Minutes felt like hours, but finally, the device powered down. The colony system stabilized, and normal operations resumed. Alex exhaled, wiping sweat from his brow. That was intense. Zyra's glow softened, signaling approval. "Humans adapt well under pressure. I am impressed." But before Alex could relax, a new alarm rang through the hallways. The main festival stage, the centerpiece of the season of Union, was malfunctioning. A critical holographic display began to flicker and distort, threatening to ruin the opening ceremony that would be attended by every species in the colony. Alex groaned. "You've got to be kidding me." Zyra's glow shifted to a bright, determined hue. "No, this is the final test. We must proceed immediately." They ran to the stage, weaving through panicked participants and startled technicians. The holographic display was erratic, projecting mismatched images. alien symbols blending with human designs in chaotic patterns. Alex's heart raced. The festival depended on this presentation, and failure could humiliate the humans in front of everyone. "Follow my lead," Zyra instructed. "You will manage human elements. I will stabilize the core projections." Alex nodded, feeling a surge of confidence he hadn't known he possessed. He coordinated human volunteers, redirecting energy flows, adjusting projectors, and calming performers who were moments from fleeing in panic. Zyra moved among the holographic controls, her hands glowing as beams of light interfaced with the system, correcting errors almost instantly. Together, they worked like a single organism, human intuition and alien precision. Slowly, the chaos transformed into order. The holographic display stabilized, projecting a dazzling sequence of images celebrating unity, friendship, and cooperation across species. The crowd erupted in cheers, and Alex felt a rush of pride. Zyra's glow shifted to a softer, almost satisfied hue. "Humans exceeded expectations. Your species demonstrates remarkable creativity and resilience." Alex laughed, feeling exhilarated. "I guess we do have our moments." For the first time, he understood why Zyra had been assigned as his roommate. She hadn't just been testing his abilities, she had been guiding him to realize his own potential. The festival, the challenges, the unexpected crises, all of it had been an opportunity for humans to shine. As the day progressed, the festival continued without further incident. Aliens and humans mingled, sharing food, music, and stories of their respective worlds. Alex found himself explaining human customs to curious species, while Zyra assisted quietly, her glow forming intricate patterns that fascinated everyone around her. During a quiet moment, Alex and Zyra stood at the edge of the main hall, watching the celebrations. "You know," Alex said, "I never thought I'd enjoy having a Luminara roommate. You make things easier, even when I don't understand how." Zyra tilted her head, a soft shimmer pulsating through her skin. "You make it easier by trusting yourself and acting decisively. Humans underestimate themselves." Alex smiled. "Maybe, but I couldn't have done any of this without you." Zyra's glow brightened slightly. "And I could not have achieved stabilization without your intuition. Together, we are effective." Alex nodded, feeling a bond forming that went beyond simple roommate dynamics. They had faced challenges, adapted under pressure, and succeeded where others might have failed. The season of union had become more than a festival, it had become a proving ground. As night fell, the colony glowed under the twin moons, lights reflecting off metallic surfaces and crystal spires. Humans and aliens gathered outside, enjoying the calm after a day of triumph. Alex and Zyra stood together watching the horizon. "Do you think this is over?" Alex asked. Zyra's glow shifted to a thoughtful blue. "The season of union is only one event. Challenges will continue, both expected and unexpected, but humans are prepared. You have proven that your species is capable of extraordinary cooperation and courage." Alex felt a swell of pride. He had faced uncertainty, fear, and chaos, and emerged stronger. He looked at Zyra, realizing that their partnership had transformed the way he saw the world. Humans were not just participants in the galaxy. They were innovators, problem solvers, and resilient allies. Suddenly, a soft hum filled the air. Alex turned to see tiny patterns of light rippling across the sky, invisible to most, but Zyra's glow mirrored them perfectly. She was communicating with the distant intelligence, sharing the results of the test. Alex realized that the galaxy was watching, evaluating humanity, and he felt a sense of responsibility he had never known before. Zyra's glow dimmed, settling into a calm, steady hue. "Observation complete. Humans have exceeded expectations. Your species is capable of more than even your own understanding." Alex smiled, a mixture of relief and pride washing over him. "I guess we did it. The humans, they really did it." The festival wound down, But Alex knew this was just the beginning. The season of union had revealed hidden strengths, challenged assumptions, and forged unexpected alliances. And through it all, his bond with Zyra had grown into a partnership built on trust, respect, and shared experience. As he prepared for sleep, Alex reflected on the day's events. The galaxy was vast, full of challenges and opportunities, but humans had proven they could rise to the occasion. And with allies like Zyra, there was no limit to what they could achieve. Outside, the colony was quiet once more, illuminated by the gentle glow of distant stars. Alex closed his eyes, feeling a sense of peace he had never known before. The season of union had begun as an ordinary festival, but it had become a testament to human ingenuity, courage, and resilience. And as the stars twinkled overhead, he knew one thing for certain: humanity's story in the galaxy was only just beginning.